Why hello, hi, you amazing, beautiful people, and welcome back to another Apothecary Diaries reaction video. 3 more episodes. We've got 22, 23, 24, and we are done with this season. War is here. Maybe. I'm not really sure. I think the soldiers have arrived. It seems like there's some kind of battle going on. We haven't seen anything happen yet. I'm not really sure, but everyone seems to sort of be giving up. I don't know. But the ending of the last episode was utterly devastating, and I hope there's some silver lining there, but I don't know. I guess we'll just have to find out. Anyway, let's see. We're going in the deep end. Please like, please subscribe. Check out the Armed Blood reactions uploaded early to Patreon for $1 a month. Link in the description. And let's jump into my first ever reactions, the Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Episode 20. Why do they show the ice cream so much, man? Is it like a real ice cream? They show it everywhere. Maomao looks pissed.
お母様は昔はあんな人じゃなかったって言うけど、どうなのかしら。私には生まれた時からあんな女だった。姉様をいじめて、若い次女もいじめて、親類の女たちも堕落させて。お父様は何も言わないの、言えないの、逆らえないの。ただお母様が許してくれるのをずっと待っている。子供が生まれたら夫を食い物にする。まるで虫だわ。虫の方がずっといい。子に命をつなぐためにやっていることだもの。私はお母様みたいになりたくない。
I will say I hate her. If these children are actually dead, there's no redeeming her. She has become awful and horrible, and I don't like her at all. That is it. It's over.
死水は自ら堕胎剤を飲むほど母になることを拒んでいた。死水にとって母親はただ一人。でも
She just killed all these kids, man.
それが一番の理由か。ノーマオのこと少し調べさせてもらったの。父が交換で元医官に育てられて似てるんだ、姉様に。私は父も母もいない。いるのは親父だけど。姉様も同じようなこと言ってた。そうだね、そうだよね。きっと姉様も私の姉様じゃないんだわ。お父様はタヌキだから皇帝の血を引く姉様を手元に置くことで何か企んでいたんじゃないかしら。だから姉様は死の一族とは関係ない。嘘つけ。
Are people gonna like argue that and say like she did this to the children to save them from something? Is that what people are gonna say? I'm just wondering, because doesn't it seem like an incredibly evil thing to do? So there must be some reason behind it, and I don't fully understand what she was saying about it last time. I thought it was more for her mother, but the soldiers are there to like liberate them, so why would she do this? I don't know. I say liberate, but you know what I mean. And obviously she's trying to defend her sister right now, and that's why she's saying this. She's like, she has nothing to do with the clan, because she knows the clan's going down, and she wants to save her sister.
こんな顔をされるとよく似てる。死水は姉である水霊を慕っている。だからこんな状況になっても無関係だとかばっている。でもそんな理屈は通じない。水霊はこれまでの事件に関わりすぎている。
ねえマオマオ、この子たちが虫であれば冬を越せたのにね。
虫であれば？
虫は冬を越せない。ただ子を残すのみ。
そういうことか。そのために私を連れてきたのか。死水はもう戻ってこない。死水、逃げてしまえばいいのに。すべて放り投げて水霊と2人で逃げてしまえばいい。政治のことも両親も一族も何もかも捨てて。私だって他人のことはどうでもいい。自分が一番大切だ。ここに連れてこられてどんな目にあったと思っている。なのに。
She's got a fist. She's gonna punch her.
どうして手を伸ばさずにいられないのだろう。
止めないで。私には私の役目があるの。
It's a big overstep for her to do that, which is why, like, Maomao follows all the rules to a T, which is why she, like, flinched just then. Are the kids dead? I don't know if they are. I feel like Maomao wouldn't be able to forgive her if she did that. I mean, you can see how angry she was, so maybe it's like the resurrection potion, something like that. I mean, the surviving the winter thing seems suspicious. I don't know, man.
意味はあるの？
意地だよ、私の。
そんなもの
Pride
捨
is
てて
just
しまえばいい。
terrible.
ねえマオマ
Pride will
オ、
get
マ
you.
オマオは
Pride will be the
目の
death.
前に未知の毒があって飲む機会が一度しかないと言われたらどうする？
飲み干す。
でしょ？
You could have lied, Maomao.
私も。でも何を伝えたらいいのかわからない。姿勢、せめて願掛けくらいさせて。
願掛け？マオマオらしくないな。
たまにはいいでしょ。たまには。いつか返してもらい物だから。
無理言わないで、売り払っちゃうよ。
ならそれでもいい。
髪じゃなくて襟なの？
これ以上髪につけたらカビすぎるよ。顔も髪もすすがついてる。
本当だ、タヌキみたいだ。ありがとう、ママ。
Part of me wonders if she gave this to her as like protection because of who gave it to Maomao, but I don't know if that's the case. I might just be coping here thinking that. But she doesn't know who gave it to Maomao, but we do. The music's so good here, by the way. The music is incredible.
あとは頼んだ。
That, like, wait, take care of the rest. The kids aren't dead. The kids aren't dead, are they? I'm going to feel a lot better about this whole situation if they're not. The violin reminds me so much of, like, the Pirates of the Caribbean, like, soundtrack. Loads there. I want to write that down, actually. There's, like, that violin, like, emotional Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack. I'm going to write that down. It sounds a lot. I was just trying to remember where it's from. That like, that, like, violin sound we just heard. It's freaking awesome. The kids. Click. It's gotta be the kids, right?
時は少し前に遡る。
一刻を争うという
What the fuck
前
was
に
that?
あと少し出立が遅ければ
That was weird.
無理やり引きずってこようかと。父上、例えば皇族に手を挙げた場合、罪に問われるのは当人だけでしょうか。なんでしょうか。
I like.
気づいていたか。人種と私が同一人物であると。ええ、背丈、体
I like that how
胸
passionate he is about saving his
どう
daughter.
すべて同じ数字の人間などそうそうおりません。大変麗しく、女性でないのが残念です。では、砦の攻略策について説明を。この地方は森林資源が豊富で、代々死の一族が守ってきました。調査によると、鉄の類が師匠のもとに流れているようです。その上、この辺りには温泉が湧き出ていて、硫黄が手に入りやすい。
So, from my limited, no experience information based on mountain surrounded strongholds, there's a couple of ways to flush people out. Way number one, their water supply. They need to get fresh water. Unless they have like a well inside, which is rare, but even if they do, it will have like a limited stock. They're probably getting water from a stream. The fact that they're surrounded by mountains would make sense as well, especially in this weather. So I imagine that their fresh water is coming from a stream. Cutting that off is a good way to siege somebody. Cut off that stream, you cut off their supply of fresh water, it won't be long before people start dying. It's brutal, but it will work. The other way is if you have height advantages all around the walls, then just use those, all right? Climb and scale the mountains, use a good team to do it, and suddenly you have massive height advantages. You can look for weaknesses or simple positionings. It's much harder for them to shoot up than it is for you to shoot down with arrows as well. There's a load of reasons. It'd be interesting what they come up with.
洞窟もあるようで、硝石も取り出せます。
硫黄と硝石、この2つがあれば火薬ができる。おそらく師匠は戦に備えて火器を用意しているはず。
フェイファか。
あれは籠城戦には向かない。城壁の上から敵をまとめて始末するなら。
ほうか。
砦に近づくまでに相当数の被害が出るでしょうな。
厄介だな。ですが、砲を使わせず制圧することは理論上可能です。
相談の頭もこう言っている。
どうするんだ？
砲を使えないように、まず火薬の保管庫を落とす。少々突飛なやり方ですが。
なるほど。これなら大変経済的です。
ですが、問題があります。
何が問題なのだ？
金軍が奇襲ですか？
金軍、帝直属の軍隊、それにふさわしく堂々たる態度で制圧せねばならない。大尉の意見に賛同する。できるだけ被害を抑えたい。
わかりました。
Yeah, the honor amongst the fight, you know? You see this a lot. I mean, you see this like not stabbing someone in the back or something. That honor, the royal guard doing a surprise attack, it's not that great of an image. But it stops people dying.
では、ラハン。
はい。
今後はあの娘との接し方を変えねばなりませんよ。
Ah.
わかっている。
Yeah, but I doubt he will.
ラカン様。
He should, but I don't think he
石
will.
膏隊からの報告です。夜には雪
That's
が
a
降る
handsome
ので
dude.
作戦決行可能とのことです。
仮想部隊を急がせろ。はっ。待ってろ、マオマオ。パパが必ず助けてやるからな。眠れない。金軍
I
が
love how passionate he is about saving Maomao. He's a good dad. It's funny.
わざわざ私に聞こえる場所で凶楽にふけっている。一族の中から低粛な妻や子を育てた母ばかり集め談笑相手に堕落していくのを見て楽しんでいるのだ。
She's like a snake.
そんな女ではなかった。
But this guy's pathetic as well.
おお、まだキングは動いていない。では今の衝撃は。あ、地下の火薬工房が。早くどうにかしなくては。そう思っていても動けない。情けない話だ。ここ20年まともに眠れていない。あれから私の苦痛が始まった。
I find it so weird when people act like this. When in your life, because you're only here once, in your life something happens and you feel like guilty or remorseful or whatever for it, but then you just like drop into this state of thinking and you just let it consume you. To be honest, maybe I find it weird because I haven't experienced something like that. Maybe it's kind of insensitive for me to say that. But it's like, why hasn't this guy tried to make the situation better instead of just sitting in this mess that, in a way, he created?
お前に頼みがあるのだ。私の娘を妻として迎えてほしい。大砲と不義を働いた以下の娘として宮中から追放し、あの子には長く苦労を強いてきた。本来なら
Is that Jinshi's voice actor?
宮中で何不自由なく暮らしていたはずだったのに。
妻を持つ気はなかったが、気が弱り始めていた先帝の頼みを断ることはできなかった。
師匠、お前は私の中心だ。引き受けてくれれば、お前の望みは何でも叶えてやろう。
私には高級に入内した婚約者がいた。
本当に叶えてくださるなら
私は先帝の娘を妻として迎え、水霊が生まれた。そして後宮から婚約者の鮮明が戻ってきたが、その結果がこれだ。
何なのさっきの音。
これから確かめるところだ。
何ですかローラン、そのはしたない格好を。
お母様方に言われたくありません。子供たちを放置し快楽に身を投じるあなた方にだけは。
ローラン、
これを私の娘だろう。いつも鮮明に従順で命令されるままに着飾る人形のような子だと思っていた。
姉様ごめん、遅くなった。
いつものことのように手慣れている。鮮明が水霊を疎んでいたのは知っていた。しかしこんな折檻を日常的に。
Wait, did he not know that this was going on? Bro, what has this guy been doing? What has he been doing? Turning a blind eye to this because of his own guilt? Bro, I don't understand. You were literally forced into this situation as well. You had your own fiancée. She was part of the rear palace. Even though you loved someone else, you took this out of obedience towards the emperor, and now you're just facing fucking consequences for it? And you're just, like, accepting it? Like, I get that there's loyalty, but you know what the saying goes? Loyalty to a fault. Come on, man. Does this look good?
お父様、最後くらい責任を取ってください。
Damn, man.
お父様は狐の里のたぬき親父です。最後まで化かしていきましょう。
Oh. I was actually thinking about if they could create an avalanche, it would be genius. But I didn't think that'd be possible. And just bury the entire thing. I mean, it's surrounded by snowy mountains. Creating an avalanche seems like such a genius idea, but I didn't think it'd be possible. I love that they've done that. Because you could just climb over the snow and get straight over the walls, right?
なだれ、浮き子が、あれが漏れては戦が。
火薬もありません。燃やしましたから。
お前、
勝てぬ相手と分かっていたはずです。お父様、お母様は私が見届けますから。
責任を取れか。そうだな。私の責任だな。
武器庫が雪で埋もれているぞ。もっと人を集めろ。金軍が攻めてくるまで時間がないぞ。敵襲だ。
We've never seen any kind of fighting in this anime, not on this level. It's not that kind of anime. So seeing it for the first time, I feel incredibly conflicted. I'm excited, but also it's super alien. I was curious to see how they were going to handle combat, and they've gone for the still shot images. I had a feeling they might do something like this. It's not a bad thing, because it's not that kind of anime, so this shouldn't be the focus anyway. But I would have liked maybe not this.
敵は混乱している。一気に叩け。戦う意志のない者は殺すな。捕獲せよ。兵が思ったより少ないな。
前方に詰めていた兵の多くは火炎に対処するため建物の方へ行っているようです。
先へ進む。はっ。こんなとんでもねえ策がうまくいくとは。しかし宮廷でもタヌキ親父と言われた師匠がこんな場所に立てこもるなんてバカな真似をするものかね。だがそれ以上にジョーちゃんの上官の天女と呼ばれた宦官がまさか金軍の大将として出てくるとは、みんな驚いたよな。皇族が率いる金軍が取る策にふさわしくないと思う者もいるだろう。
だが自軍の被害を抑えるにはこの策が最も良い。そう私が判断した。今日をつく策とのそしりは私が受ける。
まったくどんな頭してんだか。こんな策を考えたやつも策を取るお方も。
おいお前、中はどんな様だ？
He's probably not going to get the best reputation for this plan in the future because I imagine it's something that's a bit disrespectful. But I think is a good plan because obviously saving lives should be the main focus, but an honorable death is always what soldiers want. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more combat. I was kind of hoping we were going to get it just because Apothecary Diaries is such a high budget anime and brilliant animation. So I thought it would have been fairly easy for them to do it, but maybe it's just something the animators just aren't used to, so they went for that option. Or maybe they wanted to make sure that the combat wasn't going to take too much attention away from the key points of the anime.
とにかく早く火を消さないと奥様に。お待ちください。進言か。
は
許す。
ではお言葉に甘えて。この煙では長いは無用だと思います。中にいる人間もすぐさま外に出てきましょう。
分かっている。だが逃げられない者がいるかもしれない。
それなら我々で探しますので。
そういうわけにはいかない。
尊き方には安全なところにいてほしいんだが。
ここに艦大尉の娘が捕らえられている。
ここにですか？
ああ。
見捨てれば新たな政敵が生まれますね。
ああ、そうだな。
Well,
なら俺は俺の仕事を全うするだけだ。
俺をまさかな。こんなところにいるわけない。
I hate this about Maomao. It's one of my most annoying things about her, that she's just always like, when it comes to Jinshi, this is her. Is that? No. Can't be. Wait, is he doing? No. Can't be. Wait, does he have? No. Can't be. It's like, motherfucker, please! What do you mean? Who else looks like him? It's not exactly like anyone else looks like that guy.
すぐに金軍が入ってくる。ここにいる私も死の一族の人間だと思われかねない。だけど
あとは頼んだから。
逃げりゃいいのに。バカだよな。止水のこと言えたもんじゃない。せめて話の通じるやつであってくれ。
Well, couldn't get more reasonable than that. God.
すみません。保護していただけますか、紳士様。
怪我しているのか？違う。
問題ありません。返り血です。
Maomao.
問題あるだろ
う。蛇の血ですので。
蛇？
なんだかこの感じ、懐かしいな。
おい、それは。
ん？
東宮！今は東宮ではない。玉葉妃が巫女をご出産された。
東宮。それが紳士様の正体か。王帝は19歳。25歳の紳士様と年が合わないと思っていたが。紳士様、老けてるんですね。
李白はいるか？はっ。あとは任せた。
So he's the younger brother.
つかのことを聞く。宮中で働くマオマオという娘に似ている気がするんだが。
本人です。
なぜここにいる？
さらわれました。
お前の父ちゃんって。
あれの名前を出さないでください。あのおっさんとかで。
わかった。いやー、悪い悪い。お前が言うならそうなんだろう。それにしても汚ねえ格好だな。血だらけだぞ。
蛇の返り血です。
怪我とかやめてくれよ。
I really like this guy, by the way. I think he's fucking hilarious. I like his like humor. I like his energy. Everything about him, I fuck with, man.
あのさん、まともに運動もできないのに無茶して腰やって動けなくなってるぜ。
He did?
なだれも
fuck's
それに
sake.
乗じた奇襲もあのおっさんの策ですか？
ああ。誰か寝ているのか？
子供です。でも息はしていません。毒を煽ったようです。
そうか。生き残っても一族はまとめて刑に処される。女子供も関係ない。やりきれねえな。
処刑された者たちを打ち捨てられるのでしょうか？
いや、仮装した上で埋葬される。
せめて母親と一緒に弔うことはできないでしょうか？
そういうことは俺の仕事じゃない。まるで眠ってるみたいだな。おい、手を貸してくれ。
We know what's going on, alright? We know the kids are fine. We know they've been given poison because they were going to be executed. I said I hated her for killing the children. That wasn't her plan. That wasn't what she did. It wasn't to save them from this. It wasn't like one of those weird things where it's like kill the children to save them from a fate worse than death or some bollocks like that. It wasn't. It was a plan to save the kids. They've taken the poison. They're not breathing. They're dead. And by them dying, they can live.
リハク様。
ここに放置するわけにもいかねえ
Does
だろ
he know?
一緒に弔うことはできねえけど、こそっと墓地の近くに埋めるくらいならできる。
罪に問われませんか？
He knows,
わ
doesn't
からん。その時はお前が何とかしてくれ。
なんとかと言われましても。
お、一ついい手があるぞ。お前があのおっさんをパパとでも呼んだら何でも言うこと。すまん、今の話だ。
その笛は？
無事命令を完遂した合図だ。さあ行こうぜ。ジョーちゃんを無事に連れ出すのが俺の仕事だ。
Does he know? He might not know, but just be like showing respect because they're children, or he might know.
私は死水から託されたことを全うする。それだけだ。
The secretly part's what makes me wonder, you know? The fact that he said, like, I'll go bury them secretly, which makes sense that he would say it secretly. Like, but that's the thing. All of it makes sense. Him saying, I'll go bury them secretly and this sort of stuff all adds up, all makes sense. Because if he did do it, it is against the rules. He would get in trouble. You know, it's not what he's supposed to do. They're supposed to be cremated, right? But the bodies aren't supposed to be left there to rot. That's something they've already said. So him taking them isn't against the rules. Him taking them is something he should really do. But they probably wouldn't do that mid-battle. They'd come do that at the end. So the secretly part does make me wonder. And that was followed straight after he looked at the children and said, it looks like they're sleeping. That's why. He looked at them, said it looks like they're sleeping, and then all of a sudden was like, let's take the bodies and bury them. And that single statement makes me wonder if he looked at them. But no, because he wouldn't know about the potion. And he knows they're not breathing. There's no reason for him to think that they're alive, right? That, like, there's no reason for him to immediately assume that. So my guess is he thinks they're dead. He's looked at them, realized that they were kids, had a bit of heart, wanted them to be like, you know, have as much respect as he can bestow on them, and him being a nice guy, that's what he's doing. He's doing what he has within his power to do. And that's what he's doing. That makes a lot more sense, right? Jinshi was interesting because when he came in, I was expecting more of a reunion between these two. I was actually a little bit let down by that. Their reunion was kind of pants. But the reunion was also incredibly fitting to these two as how their characters are with one another. So it made sense and it worked, but I was hoping for a better reunion. Maybe we'll get that once the war's over and they're together. Maybe then we'll get the reunion. Jinshi might just still be in like general mode. So that could be the case. But yeah, it's tough because for so many episodes, I've been like wanting this reunion and I've been excited for this reunion. And I'll be honest, I'm always honest with my reactions. I was let down by it. And although it makes sense and although it's fitting for the two characters and although I'm like, you know, although it's like, okay, yeah, I get it. It's still not what I wanted. You know, like I still would have wanted a bit more. The way Maomao just like went like, Jinji, can you help me? just like completely calmly, is both again very Maomao, but then like the immediate interruption, the Jinsei care and everything. Yeah, you know what I mean. And I know he's got to act differently, and the other soldiers there and they were watching, so I know all of that. Even so, I still would have liked a little bit more, you know, even so. But I don't reckon that's it. I would put money on it that there's going to be a second, more converse reunion once this has all died down. Don't know the plan. I don't know what the father's going to do, you know. I don't know what his plan is. I don't know if they're going to escape. They said about pulling off a trick, so maybe they're going to escape, or maybe they're doing something else. I can't imagine she's going to do anything violent against them, so an escape seems like the only logical option. As for the mother, I don't know. She said send her off, so I don't know. Maybe she means that in like a mobster kind of way, you know, like take care of him, you know. That doesn't mean like go, you know, make sure he's got his blanket covered over his legs and he's eating his soup. That means, you know, take care of him. So maybe she meant the mob boss, like, see your mother out, you know? You know, maybe like, I'll see her out, you know? Which would be fine, because she sucks. Anyway, like and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. And yeah, 2 more episodes, and we're done with Season 2. Thank you so much for watching and supporting this series, and as always, my friends, you will see me in the next video.